Hello. This is a car video. Augie's asleep in the back seat. I decided to go for my second walk of the day, but he fell asleep in the car. So, as you mamas know, car sleep, nap time is precious. So I'm just letting him rest. When he wakes up, we'll go walk. But for now, I'm just sitting and enjoying the sunshine. So I wanted to jump on and just do a super quick video checking in how everybody's doing. Have kind of some thoughts and ideas for a future video on attachment and attunement and how important those things are. I work with a lot of adoptive families who struggle with these pieces with their kiddos. Attachment happens very quickly in our lives. Like those first I'd say the first 6 weeks are super integral, but the first 6 months are even more important. So today, I don't want to get too much into that today in case Augie wakes up, but definitely a video that will be coming down the pike. So today I want to talk about radical acceptance. Back to my DBT skills. In one of my very first videos, I talked about the tips. So the things that you can do when you are feeling dysregulated or are feeling like you're about to become dysregulated. If you know, like there's certain times of day where your child becomes dysregulated. So just as a reminder, those were temperature change. So radical temperature change, going outside, taking a bath, drinking some ice water, putting an ice cube on your hand or the back of your neck. My stereo system cut me off. Intense exercise, jump roping, jumping on a trampoline, skipping, hopping, running up and down the stairs, running around outside, paced breathing. So this can look like breathing in for 4 seconds. This is one of my favorite, holding for 4 seconds and then breathing out, following a guided meditation, and so on and so forth. So radical acceptance is something that I think we're all struggling with right now, most especially through COVID-19. But there's also like a lot of circumstances in our lives, whether it's a relationship or a thing our kids do, or the person that we're married to or dating, or a friend or a sibling or a parent does, that sometimes we want to change it. What can we do to change it? But it comes to a point where we have to radically accept it for what it is, accept that person for who they are and the behavior that they choose. So accepting that your mom calls you 10 times a day because she misses you, accepting that your child bites his sibling on a regular basis and you are so frustrated and feeling so resentful. It's when we come to that point of radical acceptance. 12-step programs talk a lot about this, accepting who you are, the things you've done, accepting hard moments for what they are. And I've always struggled with that. I've always struggled with that acceptance of this is the way that it is and it just is. And have really just hated that and kind of bucked against that and been rebellious against that. But really, it wasn't until I took time to sink into, I wanted to change the thing. That's why I was having such a hard time accepting it. I'm thinking about multiple things in my life, whether it was a job that I absolutely hated but needed to continue in just for a period of time longer until I found the next job, or a relationship that wasn't working, but for whatever reason I couldn't end it at that moment. Didn't want to end it at that moment. So accepting myself right where I'm at and accepting circumstances and the people around me for what they are. Like, we can't change the weather, we can't change people. Our thoughts come and go kind of like clouds. I'm sitting here looking at all these big puffy clouds and just thinking this is very allegorical for our thoughts. They come and go, they present themselves, and it's like, oh, okay, hi, I see you there, anger. And then as quickly as they come, they go. So just something to think about. What's something in your life that you need to come to a space of radical acceptance today. And it's amazing, once we accept things for how they are, they pretty quickly can pass by. It's that wanting to control, that wanting things to be different, the want and the need and the desire to feel like we need to control. We're human beings, we're not human controllings, but we feel like we need to have control over the situation. So the fact that we're in the midst of this quarantine, and it feels like a marathon that we don't know when the heck it's gonna end, is really frustrating because we have no control over it, and we are powerless in a lot of ways. There are things that we definitely have power over, but it feels super powerless having the government tell us where we can go and how we can go and what we need to, like, that we need to wear masks, and you know, how often we need to be washing our hands, and all the things that can feel really powerless. So just be thinking about something that you need to radically accept today. Feel free to reach out also if you want to do a phone call or a FaceTime or bounce some ideas off of me, whether it's parenting or for yourself. I'm available to do that over these next few weeks.